Greetings, tasty morsels. It's Reverse BLT here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching Severance Season 2, Episode 3, which is entitled Who is Alive? This show loves to serve up ominous titles.
Ooh, bacon.
After having watched the first two episodes, I've done a lot of rewatching of them through editing, also watching other reactors. Just been having a ton of new thoughts and noticing things I hadn't noticed before. I have now become thoroughly convinced Helly is not severed. When I first saw a reactor, who was it? I think it was one of the women from Diegesis.
Why are you saying it like that?
I think she was the first person I saw who was like, what if it's Helena who goes down instead of Helly? And I was like, that's an interesting idea. But, I just put it into the interesting idea camp until I looked at the scene where Helly comes off of the elevator in episode 1 and Mark hugs her. And the way that she reacted to being hugged was wrong. It was wrong. And I can't believe I didn't notice that on the first watch. But it was not consistent with how they had parted. And then I started really paying attention to how she interacted with the rest of the group in episode 2. Yeah, I am 100% convinced that is Helena and not Heliar, which from a writing perspective is going to offer up a hugely fucked up moment later in the season if that's true. It's also an opportunity for her to actually truly engage with Innies and see what their life is like. And for the group to engage with her, I'm assuming they'll at some point become, aware of the fact that that's Helena and not Helly. There's a lot of good meat on that bone. I think that a lot of the management has one thing in common. And I think this explains also why Miss Huang is a teenager. Okay. When we first saw Cobell's little shrine at her house, we saw a bunch of stuff about what was it, Egan something school or whatever. And one of the things that really well-organized and well-funded cults love to do is create schools, youth camps, things like that. I believe that Cobell, Milchick, and Huang were all orphans who were raised within the ecosystem of Egan. They were housed by the Egans, schooled by the Egans, and that's one of the reasons why they are all true believers. My last tinfoil hat thing, and then we'll get into the episode. So they're refining the data, right? So they're removing junk data, I'm assuming, or data that's irrelevant or doesn't conform to whatever parameters they've established. What he's doing is removing either memories or sort of maybe emotional states or something from Gemma. This is my opinion at the moment, is that they're trying to figure out a way to basically completely determine someone's full mental state, like what kind of person they will be, what sorts of memories they will have, so that they can roll this out to the entire world. That's what I'm guessing Cold Harbor is right now. I will be putting back on my my nice little rice sock to give me a little more heat.
Please don't do that again.
It's gonna be funny if I choose a still with me with the sock on for the thumbnail. People will be like, what the hell is going on there? I should put googly eyes on this too. I want to put googly eyes on everything.
He's alive!
What the fuck are you even saying?
I was just thinking to confirm.
Who is alive? Okay, I get it. That's an ominous shot. Random car in the middle of nowhere in the snow. I'm expecting to hear gunshots. Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't even recognize that as her car. You're going through some things right now, huh, Harmony? I am a person. Sing with me, guys. There's so much to unpack about this new opening. Oh, I just noticed the car. And Harmony looking over everything. Wait, is the baby Kier?
We got you.
I am suspicious. They're laying it on thick now, too, which makes me more suspicious. They're trying really hard to make Helly really earnest and compassionate and caring about the rest of the team.
Are you sure you're okay helping me out with this?
Yeah.
Oh, I love the framing here. As she's backed into a corner. You can tell the people who paid attention in their directing classes in film school. Fuck yo balloons. Milchick, what does the handbook have to say about this?
Maybe the hallway is really down here. Maybe that's where my dreams have been.
Oh, speaking of things that other reactors helped me understand, Audi Irving is deliberately keeping himself sleep deprived so that any Irving will have these waking visions.
You are made of stupid.
The board says hello.
Seriously, she's Metatron. That's what she is. If you want to go with all the religious symbolism in the show, she's Metatron. Only she speaks to God.
The board austerely desires for you to feel connected to Lumen's history.
What does that mean?
These inclusively recanonicalized paintings intended to help you see yourself in Kier.
Inclusively recanonicalized? Are you telling me they made a bunch of new paintings with black people in them? Oh my god, it's Black Kier, which still has blue eyes though.
Oh my.
It's like Black Santa. But you know what though? This further cements the idea of them thinking of Kier as you know, a deity, because that's what cultures do. They'll always recontextualize their deities to be this, you know, culturally and ethnically similar to them.
I'm grateful.
Yes.
It's meaningful to see myself reflected in.
We having ourselves some rebellious thoughts, Milchick? Be careful. Little barn. Where are the goats? Did the time come? This looks a whole lot like the entry to a slaughterhouse.
Oh.
That miniaturized. Right, what the fuck is going on in this room? Oh, it's beautiful! It's a little goat paradise. They get to frolic and enjoy life while Baphomet overlooks them with benevolence. Oh, it's Mr. Goat. Is that the same guy, the guy that was feeding them?
Are you here to kill me?
What? What? Oh, wait, she sees the blue badges. She probably thinks they're evil. Is that Gwendolyn Christie? Brienne of GOAT. Well, we got another person we know is not going to be in this for just one episode. Poor Irving. Lies and also lies. Aww. There's nothing like a good old grandma hug.
Her name's Miss Casey.
I'm sorry. Sound design did not have to put that goat bleeding right then when the picture was pushed in.
We don't abide such fripperies here.
Okay. The most severe of the departments is the goat department, apparently.
Maybe you should take that page of paper and be on your way.
Not until you've answered my question.
I don't know, dude. She came out there prepared to fight you. Oh my god, they're trained attack goats. Oh no, it's trained attack people. He who walks behind the goats is not pleased. Now they must deal with the wrath of Miss Wong. I am really waiting for her to just break out the most unprecedented level of badassery we've ever seen. Security room. You are now the new second.
Why are we going to the security room?
You're going to be Milchick's shadow. All my silo peeps will get it. They are playing some serious mind games. So this is supposedly his wife, huh?
You've earned an 18-minute visitation event with your Audi's wife, Gretchen G.
Cool.
Your time begins now.
The most interesting thing about that just now is how Miss Wong looked at Gretchen.
But why?
My husband has had trouble keeping other jobs.
He dumb?
No.
He a dick?
He dumb.
What is wrong with him?
Sometimes it's
Nothing's
hard
wrong with
to
him.
keep jobs. I've had that problem.
So he's actually kind of a fuck up?
And I don't know. It doesn't seem to me from what we've seen so far of Dylan's Audi that he's a fuck up. He seems to care a lot about his family, for one thing. That's not something a fuck up would do, in my opinion.
And Bert says,
Oh, they're doing the thing where friends share stories about the people they loved.
"Oh,
Wow, yeah, it makes sense. He's quite skilled.
I'd draw one every day. I couldn't see him.
I was kind of surprised that he didn't end up in OND. It makes me wonder a lot about what the process is for how they choose where to put people. Uh-oh. Do you recognize that?
That's not Bert. That's something else.
She recognizes it.
How do you know about the exports hall?"
How do you know about the exports hall? Meanwhile, the Children of the Corn, Silence of the Goats.
They just disappeared her. And if we let this happen to Miss Casey, then who's going to step up when it happens to us?
That's right. First they came for the goats, but I did not speak up because I was not a goat. And Gwendolyn Christie could definitely get it. I would have to get a step stool for her to get it, but she could definitely get it. I think she's like a good foot taller than I am.
She
Okay,
had
maybe
a
not a
gentle
foot.
way about her.
Like half a foot taller.
Before you go, we would like to see your bellies.
Our bellies.
Is this to make sure that they're not clones? Because I imagine they want to see their belly buttons. Why did we not?
See? Pouchless.
Oh, the pouches! Oh my god, that
Proves nothing.
Bert wasn't just BSing though when he said that. They really do think that MDR have pouches. Okay, seriously, someone stop this kid from watching TV constantly.
Remember Merrick's ear thing? Okay.
All right, so confirming that that really is his wife.
Remarkable. It's so astute.
Is it? That's what I was going for.
What the fuck is going on right now?
Natalie wants to discuss a version of the UUR specifically for innies.
A version of it. This propagandistic bullshit that we're about to get reminded me of another thing that I
Fascinating,
forgot.
actually. You, please.
There's
I
a
totally
certain
glossed
verbiage
over
to which
the imagery
innies
on the
respond more
newspaper
favorably if we
that
just tweak it here
Milchick
and there.
showed Mark in the first
They
episode.
think that it could be a real game
and
changer.
how blatantly fake it was. Nice reminder that we can't trust anything Lumen says, especially to the innies.
Well, duh.
They want to do like an any specific cut.
Wow, okay. Well, there's a lot I'm not going to say.
And that is so appreciated.
I need like a freaking prequel to explain how Devin and Rickon got together.
So you need to see the after image for like 2.5 minutes.
2 minutes, 18 seconds. It's from the parking spot to the elevator, give or take.
Oh, that's what he was testing. Oh my goodness. If Mark ever connects with Audi Irving, they're going to bust this whole thing wide open.
I intend to finish the work that I started.
That you started.
I must be floor manager.
It's interesting that this matters so much to her.
Everything I accomplished, I earned. Through dedication and industry. Not because I was born into it.
Ooh, slapped.
Jesus Christ!
Are you trying to burn a message to your innie into your retinas? Because your computer told you that was a brilliant idea?
Yeah. No.
Did he come here to meet her, or did she just find him?
Unlock the door.
Why?
We need to talk.
He's afraid of you. You beat somebody to death in front of him. But I don't see a bat on her right now, and she doesn't have a wind-up room in the car.
There's an easier way.
Sleep deprivation. She's the one that taught Irving the sleep deprivation trick.
Did he tell her your wife is alive at Lumen?
Who told you that?
No one. She knows. There's probably something she was going to tell you herself before Rainer interrupted things.
Is Jill alive?
Confirmation.
She was the last time I saw her.
I tell you, if I got this kind of information, there'd be no force on the earth that could stop me from tearing that whole motherfucking place to the ground. Yeah, he played that so well. Was Adam Scott always this good of an actor? Or is this a relatively recent development? Because holy shit, he's good. Ah, now we know it's science fiction. We have an oscilloscope. And salt? Are we doing magic or are we doing science? It's probably some chemists watching right now who are like, the salt is for this, obviously, you dumbass. Oh, it's a way to visualize the waves. Okay.
Is it gonna hurt?
Ideally not.
Ideally not. Oh, this is gonna be trippy as hell. Oh, and he's even wearing red.
What is something for which you feel shame? Shame.
It's another scene that feels like Scientology. It feels like he's being audited. Oh, this is so cool.
I'm not sure.
What month is it?
You mean what quarter?
What quarter? Wow.
Hey there. You on the table? I wonder if you'd mind taking a brief survey.
PD!
5 questions. To start out,
wow.
Who are you?
And that's definitely a good place to end it. Wow. This show just gets so trippy and weird and awesome and just keeps leveling itself up. I was expecting this. I wasn't sure whether it would happen this season or if they would try to delay it until later. But yeah, Mark gets reintegrated. That's not a big brain moment right there. Obviously, the moment they had the character in season 1 tell PD, I'm not going to get reintegrated, okay? I mean, come on. that was like a giant sign went up behind him that says, I will, in fact, get reintegrated. So now we're going to have Helena trying to pretend to be Heliar, while an integrated Mark tries to pretend to be a severed Mark S. We have Irving, who is still pursuing his investigation. And I'm curious, I'm sure we'll find out, like, what his interest is here and how he got involved in it. I'm thinking that he's working with Ragavi, but it's possible that he literally is just like an investigative reporter or something who is doing all of this on his own, which would be very fascinating in and of itself. But he definitely seems to have like actual skills and knowledge for investigation and covert operations and things like that, even as any seems to kind of understand those things, just like how he brings that sort of innate love of art with him. It's interesting that there are departments that know full well what the hallway is. Lumen is a fascinating company because they work so hard to compartmentalize information, but they have these weird little oversights where they don't think about who already knows certain bits of information. Maybe they just figured the problem will work itself out naturally as people retire out. Because I wouldn't be surprised if younger people in O&D don't know about the hallway. But you still have someone there who does, and that represents a loose end. So why not just try to offer their Audi an early retirement package or something, a severance, right? I really loved that scene between Harmony and Helena. It was really interesting watching the power dynamics between them. Like, you had this the upstart mortal facing off against like a seraphim, basically, or seraph, I should say. That's the singular.
Hey, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
basically bluffing their way into an audience with with the Godhead, and then chickening out on the stairs. I'm mixing my pantheons here for this metaphor, but like chickening out on the stairs to Olympus. You know what I mean? Like it was like right there. Harmony clearly wants to get back to MDR. Obviously, that's not really saying anything profound. It really, though, just keeps raising the question of why is it so important for her to be there. I think it might not even be tinfoil at this point to think that she is Mark's mother. I can't imagine wanting that badly to be there just to see this project through, unless I'm right about the project being resurrection. This is not my idea. Another reactor who had noticed the name and the date on the medical apparatus, and also agreed with the concept that it's probably Harmony's mother, wondered whether or not Harmony's mother is in a similar situation to what Gemma's in, but maybe worse. So like they wondered if, I wish I could remember who this was, but they wondered if maybe Harmony's mother is dead or is being kept in some sort of like cryogenics or something by Lumen, and that Cole Harbor is like a project to kind of resurrect dead people or treat people with, previously untreatable terminal illnesses or something. In which case, that would explain why she's so invested in this project without her having to have a direct familial relationship with Mark. The problem I see with at least part of that is that it doesn't explain her obsession specifically with him. It seemed like she had like a thing where she cared about his well-being, even to a point where when she was at the party and he told her he was thinking of quitting, she told him to run. And he seems absolutely vital to the success of the Cold Harbor project. So I don't think it's the project itself, or if the project is of supreme importance to her, it's of slightly lower importance to her than his well-being. So to me, that says, yes, the only thing I can think of, she's his mom. I think that's just more logical and even more interesting, to be honest, of an answer as to why she's so invested in him than just, oh yeah, she's just sort of physically infatuated or something.
It really could be both.
Love the weirdness of the meeting between Annie Dillon and Audi Dillon's wife. I love when sci-fi really explores the sort of ramifications of a big concept, and really delving into just the weirdness of a situation like this. Like, you're married to somebody whose physical body is being operated 8 to 10 hours a day by another person, basically. And now you're meeting the other person who shares space in your husband's mind. And yeah, like the shock of Dylan also like learning the truth about his Audi and how he doesn't live up to the fantasies he had created in his mind. It's another kind of like, sort of, what is that, ontological shock, right? Where you like discover that that reality isn't quite what you thought it was or something. I think that's what ontological shock is. It's been a while. He kind of, in a way, he didn't meet his creator in that sense, but like he met one of his gods, kind of. He's meeting or finding out information about one of his gods, who was his Audi, and discovering that he's really not that impressive. It's just there's so many great things to chew on in this show. And we got to visit Goatland, which was I love how this show is just unafraid to get just really fucking weird. And I loved how they were afraid of them because they were from MDR. They thought they had the pouches with the larva. So we now know that Bert didn't make up any of that. That really is what the other departments think of MDR. That was so good. Oh man. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this episode in the comments. Where do you think things are going? Feel free to take me to task for all of my tinfoil. I do not mind, but I'd love to hear your crazy theories as well. So just make sure that they're not spoilers. Speculation is fine, but if you're going to talk about spoilers, like stuff that hasn't happened yet, use your spoiler warning and at least 5 or 6 lines of empty space, right? That way nobody gets spoiled by accident. Anyway, as always, thanks so much for joining me. Do your best to stay safe and be well. And I will see you for the next one. Bye-bye.
Okay, who is that child?
Miss Huang, the business bitch.